Right, so this is a video that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I've mentioned it before, and I've spoken about it before on like Instagram and stuff like that. And basically, F83 on the Vaillants, like Ecofits, the 4 series, all that type of boiler. So what I'm finding is we're getting F83 coming up on these boilers, or the egg timer, all that type of thing. Now, when I first started doing breakdowns, about a year ago or so, I was like taking the thermistors off, checking this, checking that. It was all good. I'm thinking to myself, well, what's actually causing this then? So I called Vaillant first couple of times. They was pretty much just like fobbing me off and just saying, look, it's not a boiler fault, it's a system fault. Okay, right, okay, so yeah, okay, what do I do now then? And they're like, well, it needs to be power flushed. Well, it's power flushed when the boiler was put in, and yeah, it would keep on coming up, etc. Not necessarily, this is nothing to do with my installs or anything like that. This is just in general. I find that they're usually on an open vent system. Very problematic when you put one of these in there. And also even on sealed systems. The combi version I quite like. They seem to work quite well. We don't seem to get this sort of issue. Now, what I'm finding is that they say it's a system issue. There's a few things that I've found that are required for this boiler. Okay, number one being it doesn't have to, should have a permanent live. Okay, and obviously reason being because when it starts back up again, when the zone valve kicks in, then it's going to start up, and the sensors are going to be potentially maybe slightly out. So they won't be reading exactly the same. This is just what I've found and what I'm putting forward. And yeah, so that there. Then number two, pump overrun. If it hasn't got a permanent live, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to have a pump overrun installed. So yeah, that is one other thing as well, because obviously the pump overrun, and I've even come across it before where it's had both of these but no bypass. So no automatic bypass. So where's it going to go? Where's the heat going to go? It's going to go nowhere. It's just going to be hitting against 2 closed valves. So yeah, it needs to have both of them. Yeah, the pump overrun and as I just mentioned there, the automatic bypass. So they're the three things that I've noticed that these boilers need. And obviously the reason, and what with the F83 is that it's when the boiler first starts up and these sensors become active, and it's noticing that there's say, I don't know, for instance, 30 degrees on the flow, and 10 on the return, something like that, and then it's just shutting off, or it goes into the egg timer, which that can last up to 45 minutes. I mean, and it's only going to get up to around about 40 degrees. So the customer is obviously not going to be happy with that. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I had exactly the same conversation on Friday with a job that I went to. And it didn't have any of these 3 things installed. So that's one thing I'm finding. So how do we remedy this? I don't know, like as in like how more clear it needs to be made to the installers of these boilers, because I'm finding that people are just slinging them in, and it's just causing issues for breakdown engineers like myself, because we get called in because obviously it's a fault on the boiler, but it's nothing to do with the boiler. So then you have to quote up, and it's can be quite extensive work. Now, I have known that there is a part that you can buy that goes into the back of the circuit board, which can alleviate some of these problems. I will find out more on that. And I did get sent over an email from a Vaillant guy, but I couldn't find it before I started the video. So I will find out. But yeah, so we're going to need pump overrun, permanent live, ideally, and a automatic bypass to help the boiler cool down. And as I was saying, with the when it goes into 40 degrees mode, with the egg timer just spinning 45 degrees, I mean that's no good to no one. It's not going to heat nothing up. So my preferred boiler on an open vent system would be a Worcester RI. I don't know what other people's opinions are on them, but to be honest, I just think for me they're the only boiler that work, I suppose, like an old school boiler. They don't have any sensors on there to a certain extent, and they just literally just work. They just literally, you just plug them in, put them on, and off they go. And they'll last you, God knows how many years. They are very, very reliable little boilers, I find. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking there. So I don't know what everybody else's thoughts are on that, but that's what the comment section's for. I'd love to know what your how you get around this, how you remedy these. Has anything that I've just put forward there helped anybody out? Has it given you any thoughts of what you can potentially say? Because you may have a boiler or a troublesome boiler that you've installed, and it could be coming up with all these different this F83 fault code, and it could be plaguing you. Every couple of weeks the customer could be calling you up. I know I did have it when I first one of my first installs. I did put one of these Ecofits in. I need to change that last word, it begins with an SH, in, and it was on a sealed system, underfloor heating, etc. And yeah, for quite a while, the customer kept on coming back to me, oh, I've had to reset it this morning, and yeah, it becomes very, very annoying very quickly, because what am I meant to do? It's got all the things that are there. On that one, I couldn't even work it out. No, the only thing it didn't have a permanent live. So yeah, it had the pump overrun and all that. It didn't have a permanent live. Put the permanent live in, and I think one time after that they might have had it, and I didn't really hear anything else after that. So yeah, I don't know what the end result is, but I just wanted to put it forward and just put it out there, really, that these are the things that I've noticed. Hope everyone's enjoying the videos still. I'm just going to crack on still doing them because I enjoy filming. I enjoy doing this type of content and putting things out there. Love like YouTube and stuff like that, because the people that put comments up, like on Friday, put up about that what's it called, that left-hand Worcester block, and everyone's just come back with some great little tips, ideas about the WD-40. Make sure you WD-40 the seals up, because it will help them free them off, etc. And yeah, I'm just going to carry on doing them because I really do enjoy them. If there's any other videos on stuff that you want to talk about, if you want me to do another live again, because I did enjoy that the other week. Yeah, that was, I was in there for quite a while, and I had a good time doing it. With regards to the training and stuff, I'm still looking into what's it called, like an office space at the minute. So I'm still literally just looking into that. I think I've got a couple more viewings this week to go and look at a few places, and as soon as that's up and running, I just want to get people in and just start trying to build this, trying to show people real life plumbing, how we've got to do it, especially if you're in a rush, and well, not in a rush, but you need to get stuff done quickly, efficiently, effectively, and just get the job done. You're there to do a job, and the customer's not really that bothered about this, that, and the other, and they just want either their heating working, so quick diagnosis of how to do it, and then moving on from there. So I hope this video has been informative. If you've got anything you want to add to this, let me know, because I'd love to even add to this. If I can add to this with other stuff. So if there's any Vaillant guys out there that watch my YouTube channel, then let me know. I'd love to be able to, like, if we could do a part 2 on this, and I can tell you this is what you need to do, or these are the things that you need to see, all the better, all the better. So yeah, thank you again, everyone. I'll see you in the next one.